All right, today we start research. Now, most of you picked a research topic. You were in class or you Zoomed. If you didn't Zoom and you don't Zoom today, I will assign you a topic. So that's just kind of the price you pay for not participating. The topic list is on the website for you to view, but to edit it, I have control of editing privileges so that people can't delete each other accidentally or intentionally. So I'm going to open up disease research. So what we have in here is a bunch of links. We have my example, the yellow slide there. The red one is the grading, how I'm going to grade it. We have 3 websites that could be helpful sources. You need 2, and I've given you 3 possibilities. And then we have the Flipgrid link, which is for the very end. Don't mess with the Flipgrid link until next week. So if I look up the grading picture, we can see that we have the first 5 categories are facts we need to find. We need to find 10 facts. It's half our grade. So the pathogen type is what type of thing is causing the disease, like a virus, a bacteria, all that. It's pretty easy. Transmission is how is it shared? Is it shared from person-to-person contact, sneezing, contaminated food? At-risk groups and or history. That and or means you could do all your facts on history, all your facts on at-risk groups, or but 1 fact of each. So we need 2 facts there. Symptoms, how do we know someone has your disease? What happens to their body? Prevention, treatment, and or cures means you don't have to do all of them because we can't cure every disease. There's plenty of diseases like rabies. Once you have it, you're kind of stuck. But we do have prevention measures. And then for some diseases, we have treatments, but they aren't cures. So HIV, the virus that causes AIDS, we can't cure that either, but we have ways to prevent it and treat it. Statistics are facts with numbers. The CDC website is great for that. Excuse my sniffling. And then the second half of points is, did you do a good job? So formatting, does it look nice? Did you put in like ridiculously tiny pictures or good, clear pictures? Are your facts actually true info, or did you just make stuff up? Grammar, is the spelling right? You have your iPad, it's got spell checking, so let's try to keep the spelling right. Sources, we need at least 2. And when you have sources, you need to include the full website address, not just CDC. Never Google, but the full web address from where you looked. And then relevant pictures, pictures that match what you're talking about on the slide they're on. Not every slide needs a picture. Narrating a movie and sticking it to Flipgrid is just 2 points. And again, we can use Adobe Spark, the black app, a screen recording just from your iPad, or iMovie. It doesn't matter to me which way you make a movie. If you want, you can actually stand up and present this in front of class for extra credit. That's how we get extra credit this time. We will play your narrated video in front of class. So you want to narrate it well, because instead of standing up in front of class, we can just play your video that you'll post to Flipgrid. But if you never make a video or post it to Flipgrid, you are choosing to present in front of class. So presenting in front of class is sort of optional, because the other option is to do a Flipgrid video. But if you want to present in front of class and get extra credit, you do the Flipgrid video and present in front of class. So that's how that's going to work. So we want to press up and see your actual slides. Now we will want to press the square O in a bit, but we have the intro slide and the different category slides that I've set up for you. Each one that says disease name, you just copy and paste your disease name in there. Then we have sources. Now these are actually website links, these pictures, but we also have terms. So a cure is something that removes or eliminates a disease. An epidemic is widespread, but not necessarily over the whole planet. A pandemic is the whole planet. A pathogen is the type of thing that's causing it. For most of you, that's one of these 5: bacteria, protist, fungus, a virus, or a prion. How to stop prevention is how to stop the disease from spreading and getting it in the first place. Symptoms are physical or mental characteristics of the disease. Transmission is how we spread it. So some have a vector. A vector is an organism that can carry the disease without being sick, but freely share the disease. And then treatment, not a cure, but a treatment is how do we treat your symptoms to make a person feel better. There's the grading thing again. And you would have to push the square O up in the corner there to open it to slides. I'm not going to do that right now, but you need to do that to make it a presentation. If you need help, check out my example. This is view only. I've got a big picture of the chickenpox virus. Be careful when you look for pictures. Just because it popped up when you Googled it doesn't mean it's good. It's far better to grab pictures from the actual website you're on. We have the varicella zoster virus. I didn't need to say all that. I could have just said virus. I have a picture of my virus. I have how it's spread through direct contact or by air. I don't have any pictures on this slide. I moved my boxes around. I don't have any pictures. I didn't need a picture. So not every slide needs a picture. Pictures of the symptoms, I will say be careful. We don't need super dead people. If one of your symptoms is people die in a terrible way, we don't need pictures of that. And some of these are going to be gross. So if you have questions if something's too gross or not, please ask. Then treatment and prevention. There is a vaccine, which most of you have had for chickenpox, so lucky you. I didn't have that option. And then if you get a picture on a statistic, it's going to be a graph related to what you're talking about. But don't just search like your disease and graph, because then the graph probably won't match your facts. The best thing to do is the CDC for this one. If you go to the Centers for Disease Control website, they have a lot of statistics, often with graphs and pictures that match. Just randomly grabbing pictures off the internet often doesn't match, and you don't get credit for that. You only need 2 sources. I have 3, but you need the name of the website, the date you viewed it, and the actual web address. You don't get full credit for just pasting Google. In fact, I take off points if you paste Google. Google is not a source. If you're going to Google for all your information, you're going to, 1, find a lot of wrong stuff, and it's not going to count. Google doesn't make these things. Google helps you find websites, but you actually have to click and open up the website to determine if it's good or not. And again, I recommend these 3 websites. There are others, but CDC, Mayo Clinic, and Wikipedia are helpful. The World Health Organization is also helpful, but sometimes their site can be tricky to navigate. So hopefully, I didn't mean to do that, you can find what you need, Zoom or email if you have questions, or ask me in person. And we're going to be working on this today and tomorrow. Friday, we're going to GimKit Chapter 27 to wrap it up. All right, good luck.